When you're deciding whether your horse can do this event or not, you need to be aware that these horses are extremely well broke. They need to be able to be moved off their legs, move off the reins. If your horse is a horse that you can go out on trail and you can do some circles, but they have not had that more advanced training, you really don't want to just decide, well, let's try the rein cow horse. It will take you, if you don't know what you're doing and your horse doesn't know what you're doing, it will take you a lot longer to get there. And if you don't have the skills, it can be extremely frustrating for the horse. If it's frustrating for the horse, it will be extremely frustrating for the rider. So I can't emphasize enough that getting a horse that knows how to do this, unless you are a really good hand. If you worked on the ranch your whole life, been around horses, rode a lot of colts, then have at it, train your own horse. But if you're not, if you're a weekend rider, the best, I tell people, the cheapest thing you can do is buy a good horse. That is the cheapest thing you will ever do. You will have a ball on this, you will have a great time with this event, and you can learn fast, and you can go a long ways with the right kind of horse. In this sport, we do schooling at home, and you're allowed to use any type of bit. You can use 2 hands on the bridle horse. You can use 1 hand on a snaffle bit if you really want to, and you can use different equipment and different bits, different bridles on your horse. You can use martingales at home. And it's totally different than what you do in the show pen. The show pen is all completely legal equipment, and you're showing at a show. When you get home, that's when the real work starts, when you're trying to correct things that might have gone wrong at the show. So you're slowing your horse down, you're speeding it up. It goes at a totally different pace than it does in the show pen. So you don't need to be looking at the show and think, oh my, I have to go that fast every time at home. You don't. Everything at home is more relaxed. We do add some speed to get that horse's confidence and the rider's confidence. But at home, it's a lot more laid back than it is in the show pen. The saddle that you have, I ride in almost all cutting tree saddles. Cutting boards is what they called. There are stock seat saddles that some people like to use. You just have to keep an open mind. If you're coming out of one type of saddle, I've had a lot of people that have brought a stock seat saddle here and have started to ride it down the fence, and they didn't have enough freedom of movement in it, and I moved them to a cutting saddle, and they've gotten along a lot better. It's an individual thing. If you're getting along fine with your saddle, great. If not, you may think of a change. At shows, your legal handhold is to be wrapped around the Rimmel Reins. We're riding in Rimmel Reins, which are fully enclosed reins. They're not split reins. And it has this nice little Rimmel part hooked onto the end of the Rimmel Reins. And the only legal handhold is to have your thumb up right in front of your saddle horn, thumb up, and all your fingers wrapped around the reins, and that's the legal handhold. Here in practice situation, we go ahead and put our fingers between the reins and try and bump that horse so that they'll look to the inside of the circle and do whatever we need to do to keep that horse correct. So those are all little things, and then we also can go two-handed and bridle them up two-handed and use 2 hands on these Rimmel reins if we need to. That's what we do in a show situation that you'll have to learn about how to school your own horse. To be a rein cow horse rider, you need to be somebody who enjoys schooling your own horse and really understands the process of training and showing a horse. It's not something that you can just go and get on and go for. It really is a fun event for people that want to really understand the training process that a horse goes through from the beginning to the end, because you have to, no matter what your experience level, you have to start understanding where the horse's body moves, what parts. You're going to have to learn to move the hind end of the horse separate from the front end. You'll have to move it both sides, hold the front end. or the spin is the converse, where you're just moving that front end and the hind end's supposed to stay in one spot. So it's all a matter of what you need to do to accomplish what you need to be in the show pen, and what we do in training is a little different than what we do in show. And in your lessons, you'll get to learn a whole lot of new things than just what you would at a show. Now, the second part of the rein cow horse class is the cow work. That's the fun part for most people. The rein work is something Flo here just kind of likes to get through, and then the cow work is what she lives for. This particular horse, I've been showing him and schooling him here at home, so I know what he is going to do. And what I really need her to concentrate on today is getting this horse into the stop and the box part of the cow work. The first thing you do when a cow comes out is you try and hold it on that short end of the wall until you've exhibited that you have got control over that animal, and then you let that cow run down the fence and then turn it at speed, hopefully once each way at least. You can turn it more than once each way if your cow is going too fast, and then you bring that cow out to the middle and you circle it. That's what you need to do in the show. Out here schooling, we box a little bit, we run down, we make sure that our horse can slow down, just like the rein work. We make sure our horse will slow down and back off of that bit on the cow. And it's even more important on the cow. They also need to be able to move off my leg and move off my reins, and they need to speed up and they need to slow down. There has to be 100% control on a cow. Otherwise, it's a dangerous situation, and that's something that I won't put up with here. If somebody gets dangerous, they get backed off of that cow really, really quick, and they learn real quick around here that safety is the primary important factor. So there's no running up a cow's hind end, there's no running into your cow. That is all things that we're not allowed to do. So on Flo, on her particular horse, she needs to start off with the box. She needs to get that horse, make sure he stops straight on the box, and then make him come through complete right and left turns, get pretty turns both ways. And then when she comes down on the left circle down the fence, he's been wanting to turn too soon, and he's been wanting to drop his shoulder, which means they want to turn before they actually get on their hind end. So I need her to hold this horse straight next to that cow. Don't let him turn that cow until his body and his whole position is straight. And unless he's straight going by that cow, she's not allowed to turn him. If he's completely straight, then she can turn him, make sure his shoulder is ahead of that cow's nose, and then she can turn her horse and turn her cow. But otherwise, I want her to just, what I call it, is practice boxing down the fence, which is stopping in a straight line with the cow and then coming back. Most fence turns are what I want to do, step in front of that cow and actually curl my horse's body in front of that cow. This horse has been shown quite a bit, so he's already thinking of doing that. He's thinking of doing it too soon. So we're going to go back and school him and make sure he will allow Flo not to turn that cow until he's asked. Got it? All right. And step toward her cow, and she needs to get to the left. She's a little late getting to the left. Straight stop, straight, come on, stop, good, that's it. Concentrate on your stops. Easy with the hands, don't jerk him up. Take a nice relaxed hold on him, good. Cautious. Now get there, get to the left. You're not getting to the left. Stop. Easy, relax your hand, Flo. Don't pull up on him, pull it back to that saddle horn. And then bump his head down if it ever does come up. Now get there, you're late. Stop. When that cow goes away from you, you got to be thinking stop. As soon as that cow checks and its head starts pointing away from you, you need to stop. Get across. All the way across. Get to the head. There you go. Your job is to get up there and stop your cow. Step across and stop your cow. Good. Okay, this cow's telling you it wants to go down the fence, so next time let it go down the fence. Drive to the hip, drive, drive, drive to the hip. You forgot to drive. You needed to drive, and then that would have sent that cow down the fence. Straight line here, straight line. Stop him, stop him. What happened to straight line, Flo? Flo, stop. I told you that I wanted you to do a straight line and not go turn your cow. He was muscling in there. He was dropping his shoulder weight before you ever got to that head. You should have never turned your cow. You should have made him go straight next to that cow and don't let him turn on that side because he was trying to drop his shoulder the whole time. Go ahead and do it again. Bring that cow up there. Hold him straight. Don't let him drop his shoulder. Get that cow out of the corner. Bring it down the fence. Drive to it. You're already going too wide. Drive to that tail. Drive to the tail. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. There you go. Good. Good. Keep him straight. Good. Now you can turn it because you're straight. Okay. Bring him down this way. Wait. Drive it past the middle. Relax. Keep his body straight. Now go by. Make sure you can go straight line. Straight line. There you go. Good. Now circle. Make sure he's looking to the left. Relax your hand. Okay. Switch sides. Relax your hand. Don't be so abrupt with that hand. Just wait. Just wait. Don't get in a hurry and don't run over your cow. Come on. When the cow's off the fence, that's when you want to get up there. It's all right. Good. He's taking some contact. Good. Up, up, up. There you were pulling him to the right when you should have been asking him to go forward. Easy with the hands. Okay. You can go ahead and quit him there. Back him up. Okay, good.